Hi, everybody. Welcome to the People's Remix. This is Bryant here, and we are being joined here by IMANI, who is one of our performing artists for the show. Now, IMANI, I also noticed that you have a pizza emoji next to your name. Do I call you IMANI Pizza? Because I was told, okay, thank you. IMANI, let's get started. So, how long have you been a comedian?
I've been doing comedy for about 4 years. I started with improv in Boston and then moved on to doing stand-up shortly after. It was like my birthday, and I was still in Boston. And I was at this bar called the Alley Bar. And there's this moment when I was in between doing debauch acts that I was like getting a drink and I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Like I'm working, but I'm like not like doing what makes me happy. And this random white person was like, you need to do what makes you happy in your life.
Oh my gosh, we always have those, our fairy little godfathers out of the middle of nowhere that just tell you to pursue your dreams.
And I don't always listen to white people. So like I listened, like something like it went in and I got my first improv class.
Okay, nice. And then you told me that you were doing something before. What was the job that you were doing before you decided to make this career switch?
I wouldn't call working at UPS a career, but I would say I was making money and I wasn't unemployed.
Okay.
And I had a job.
Yeah.
I always had a job.
So, okay, if that was in Boston, then how did you end up here on the West Coast and blessing us with your Aquarius presence here?
That's a good question. I was looking for a change. It just wasn't giving what it was giving for me. And I knew I needed to leave. I was in the AmeriCorps program and I was working at a school in Lynn, Massachusetts. I was getting like all these ads on Instagram and one of the ads was for this Quaker program. And I was like, it seems familiar to what I'm doing, like doing fellowship work. And I looked at it and it was like, want to live in Portland? I want to get the hell out of Boston. So I started as a side and I applied for the program. I got it. And was launching my comedy career.
It's incredible. Okay, so I got a chance to look at some of these characters that you play, but I'd love if you could describe some of these characters that you play during your stand-up.
So for my stand-up, my traditional stand-up, I don't do characters. But TikTok is what you see. Like in TikTok, Instagram, I do videos. And Nice Caucasian is one of those characters. Nice Caucasian actually has like no gender. And the reason why I have Nice Caucasian having no gender is because I believe that Nice Caucasian compromises things I've seen from white women, white men, and white non-binary gender fluid people as well. It's what I've seen out here. So what I've seen out here in Portland, when my first year living here, being like, what the is going on? I made that into a character.
I love it.
Okay. I thought it was so absurd.
What is that? So how would we name that character? If that character comes out on stage, even though I know you said it's your TikTok presence, but if that character somehow shows up, we just call it the Caucasian?
Nice Caucasian.
Nice Caucasian. Okay, I love it. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to seeing what that is, but it sounds like that person is extremely funny, but I want to make sure that I put the right words on it because you got to be politically correct these days. Are there any places that, aside from TikTok, that we get to see some of your stand-up, like in person here in Portland? And where can we see you in Portland, Oregon?
All over. It all depends. I do small shows. I produce shows when I can. And I also do improv as well. Like I'll be a part of a kickstand show this Saturday.
We've been to Helium and what's the other one? Kickstand comedy.
I have performed at both. I do perform at Kickstand frequently. And I've done a lot of, I've taken improv classes there as well.
Okay, cool. You hinted at something earlier that I wanted to jump back to about the Nice Caucasian, and you said something about when you witnessed it here in Portland, it was quote unquote absurd. And I think there might be some more information or some more perspective that I think you'd like to share. So could you tell me in the sense of like maybe what you want people to take away from that character? What is it that you like, aside from being funny and making people react in a way that's funny, like maybe there's like a hidden message or something that you want to reflect back so that people can see themselves or what that's looking like to other people that may not be a Nice Caucasian?
I can give you a nice example. I filmed a video of Nice Caucasian. I was at a Trader Joe's, I think it was in Clackamas. While I'm filming the video, this lady, white lady in her car, keeps backing her car up on me. And I'm like, okay, does she know I'm here? She's driving the car, she's looking at the mirror, and she's backing up. And I said, this is absurd. And if I wasn't in character, I would have cussed her out. But because I was in character, and my character plays a passive-aggressive white person, Morrison, basically. I was like, are you backing up on me? Are you backing up on me? Hello? Are you really backing up on me?
Oh my God, what was her reaction to that?
She kept backing up, and eventually she didn't back up all the way, but she was backing up, and then people here do not know how to drive. I don't know what to say, but it was a moment where I was like, I'm gonna stay in character, but if she backed up any closer to my feet, I would have cussed her out.
I see.
Getting to let my microaggressions out on stage is what helps me to not have them held on, and I used to carry that. And so when I started doing comedy, it was like, oh no, I can just let this go to y'all in hopefully a funny way. And now my job is learning how to make that. I'm going to keep on doing it.
So whether it's offensive or not, you're just like, this is what it's going on, and
And whiteness is like really concentrated for me here. Like it's a law. I live in a white house. Like, I live with white people.
I don't know why I'm laughing, but I am.
I used to live with black people. Black apartment. Every person in that apartment was black. Yeah. Now I see white people jogging with their Dalmatians. So things are different.
What sets you apart from other comedians?
Amen. I think what sets me apart is that my story is not going to be your story. A lot of my comedy comes from my observations. I'm an Aquarius, so
totally.
And I'm sun and moon, so I'm like double Aquarius.
Ooh,
so I
I'm scared.
And because I am of many groups, I can make jokes at these groups of white people without punching down.
I think it's just so politically important right now for people to see comes off to other people. Because in their minds, they're just validating how it's coming off, and whether it's right or wrong, it's like, but you should at least see how other people are seeing it, because maybe you like, oh, maybe that's not how I wanted it to land, but I can see why other people see it that way. Maybe I should go back to the drawing board on how I engage with the world. So I love what you're talking about. It's so related into what we're doing, and I love that yours is through a comedic lens. Ours is like, we want to really like dig into this, and so I think you're gonna help us by like being pretty abrasive on like some of these things that come out, and then we can hopefully like actually dissect them at another conversation. Well, we're super excited to have you. I feel really good energy from you. I feel a lot of power from you. And so do you have any like comedians that maybe other people know that is inspiration to you, or just any inspiration for your work right now?
Comedians that inspire me. I am very inspired by Black comedians. Local comedian, I would say that's Black that inspires me is Mixed Bell. I really love Eddie Murphy, like Wanda Sykes. I like comedy that has physical nature that's in your face. That is what I like. I did one show, and it was called The Astrology Show, and so I did a set where I talked about being Aquarius and being like, I can perceive all of you.
We might need to do that stand up together. Honestly, we might actually just need to have an astrology little Aquarius, like stroke our own egos through a comedic session.
I just looked at the audience and I was like, you were divorced twice, weren't you? And then they were like, and I was like, too much power.
Dang, you got them on the divorce twice?
It might have been once, but I definitely got them on divorce. I hate respectability politics.
I do too. I hate it. And I've gotten kicked out of a couple places here in Portland already, so I'm glad I got somebody with me.
I don't do respectability politics. If people misinterpret or misread me, that is good, because I have 100% battery, and when that dies, it dies. And if you ain't worth my battery.
Where can we find you? Like on what platforms? Are you on all the platforms, etc.? How can we find you?
So you can find me on Instagram at IMANI Got Milk, and then I believe my TikTok is Sometimes I Need Pizza.
This Friday. Please don't show up next Friday. We will be having it this Friday. And we will be at the Peacock. So bring your fabulous outfits. I'm super excited to see which characters. Maybe we'll get the nice Caucasian. Maybe we'll get somebody completely different. And I'm looking forward to whoever you show.
I'm looking forward to it too. All right. Thank you so much, y'all.